if you don't know me, if you're new to Elevate Youth, I am Chloe Patterson. I am a float leader here, which means if you're in grades 6 to 12 and you're a girl, if your leader is out, I will stand in for them. Okay? So that is who I am. So something about me is I have anxiety. I feel like a lot of us can say that, like, I have anxiety. I have really bad anxiety. So I have a bunch of what-if thoughts. What if something bad happens to my mom? I mean, she's had cancer once. What if it happens again? What if my sister gets in an accident on the way out to her boyfriend's house? What if I am late and I miss something super important and everyone is super mad at me? I mean, it could even be little things, like what if I'm late to class and my teacher calls me out in front of everybody? I mean, there's so many what ifs. And the thing about anxiety, like if you have it, you know that it feels really real. Like it's putting you into a reality that has not happened yet, but it feels like it's happened to you, or you feel like it's guaranteed it's going to happen. And it feels loud, and your brain can't shut off, and it's like, it's not just like a thought, it's like a spiral. It's not fun at all. So, I mean, there's one thing you have to keep in mind, though, that fear and anxiety talk in possibilities, but God talks in promises. So, we are currently at our Sunday church on a series called The Lies We Believe. Last week we had Shelly, I think, talk about insecurity, and this week you have me, and at church, Corey talked about fear today, so I'm here to top that message. I'm just playing. Corey did a fantastic job this morning, guys. I'm just playing. Sorry, Corey. Okay, so I want to tell you guys a story in the Bible. There is a lot of scripture here, so we're going to get it done in the beginning and fast, okay? So, it is Mark 5, 21 through 42. When Jesus had again crossed over the boat onto the other side of the lake, a large crowd gathered around him while he was by the lake. Then one of the synagogue leaders, named Jairus, came, and when he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet. He pleaded earnestly with him, "My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her so that she will be healed and live." So Jesus went with him. A large crowd followed him and pressed around him. And a woman who was there, who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years, she had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors, and she had spent all that she had. Yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak, because she thought, if I just touch his clothes, I will be healed. Immediately, her bleeding stopped, and she felt in her body that she was freed from her suffering. At once, Jesus realized that power had gone out from him. He turned around in the crowd and asked, "Who touched my clothes?" "You see the people crowding against you," his disciples answered, "and yet you asked, 'Who touched me?'" But Jesus kept looking around to see who had done it. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet, and trembling with fear, told him the truth. He said, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be free from your suffering." While Jesus was still speaking, some people came from the house of Jairus, the synagogue leader. "Your daughter is dead," they said. "Why bother the teacher anymore?" Overhearing what they said, Jesus told him, "Don't be afraid, just believe." He did not let anyone follow him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. When they came to the home of the synagogue leader, Jesus saw commotion with people crying and wailing loudly. He went and said to them, "Why all this commotion and wailing? The child is not dead, but asleep." But they laughed at him. After he had put all of them out, he took the child's father and mother and the disciples who were with him, and he went in where the child was. He took her by the hand and he said, which means, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." Immediately the girl stood up and she began to walk around. She was 12 years old. At this, they were completely astonished. You guys made it through. That was a lot. Okay, so Jairus has a daughter and she's dying, and she's not sick in a small way. Like, if you were here this morning, she's not like COVID sick like Corey, she's like COVID sick like Shelly. Okay? She does not have the man flu. Okay. So, let's put yourself in these shoes. Like, if someone you love was dying, and the one person who could fix it was right in front of you, you probably wouldn't want them to take their time. Like, you probably, like, wouldn't want them to be like, okay, I'm just going to go. You're going to, like, move, like, come on. Chug along, let's go. So imagine, like, a doctor in the hallway, like, instead of, like, coming rushing down with the crash cart, they're like, I'm going to take a leisurely stroll down this hallway and take my time. That would drive me crazy. So that's the situation. So Jesus agrees to go with Jairus, but instead of, like, running to the girl, he walks. And so that's stressful enough. And on the way, Jesus stops to help someone else. And if I'm Jairus, I'm thinking, like, why are you stopping? This girl has been bleeding for 12 years. She can wait another day. My daughter cannot. But, I mean, Jesus, he stops. He's with this girl. And while he stopped, people come up and they're like, Jairus, your daughter's dead. Could you imagine that? Your doctor, the person who can fix your loved one, is talking and helping someone else in the hallway, and someone comes out and tells you that they died. I mean, I feel like everything in that moment must have fell apart. And I mean, if we're being honest, we're human, so we would probably be thinking, oh, this is your fault. You walked, you stopped, you helped someone else. But, like, in all this commotion, Jesus looks at Jairus and he says, don't be afraid, just believe. He doesn't say, okay, Jairus, now is the time to panic, stress out, let's go. Like, he doesn't say, it's over, sorry, I tried. He just says, don't be afraid, just believe. They get to the house and everyone's mourning, like, their fear, their grief, I mean, they know she's dead. And Jesus is like, she's not dead, she's just sleeping. And they're all like, okay, like, I'm going to laugh at you, because their fear is telling them, like, it's over, they're done, she's gone. So, like, Jesus goes in and he takes her by the hand and he says, little girl, get up, and she does. He does what he can only do. And one of the best parts about this story is the whole time, like, Jairus had a choice. If we think about it, like, Jesus was not running. Jesus was not going to his child fast. He was stopping for other people. I mean, Jairus could have left. He could have been like, I'm going to go spend these last moments with my daughter because you're not taking this seriously. But he stayed with Jesus and he walked with them. So, like, Jesus was walking. His fear was loud. Jesus stopped. His fear got louder. His daughter was dead. His fear was probably screaming. But in that moment, we have to think, where can my faith go? Can my faith go into my fear, or should I put my faith into Jesus? We have to do that every day. So I'm going to give you a little visual representation. This jar is my life, okay? I have a butt ton of sand right here in this bucket, and I have some ping pong balls. So this jar is my life. If I'm putting my faith in believing what my lies are telling me, we have, what if something happens to my mom? I mean, surely it's probably going to happen. It's already happened once. Or, Ella is a terrible driver. Something is 100% going to happen to her on the way to Connor's house. She's a really bad driver. Sorry, Ella. Or, everyone's going to laugh at me when I walk into class because I'm late, and so everyone's going to hate me and no one's going to be my friend. I'm going to die a loner, right? We're filling our life believing these lies, right? So, I'm getting sand everywhere. Sorry, Corey. I'm going to take what Jesus tells us and Jesus' truth. There's, like, no room. I cannot fit Jesus' truth, what I'm supposed to believe in there, barely. Like, we cannot put our faith first. Our fear first. So what if we flipped it? What if we say, God, I am afraid, but I believe that you're going to do something with this. God, I am afraid, but you are in control. God, I have no idea what your timing is. I have no idea what you have planned, but I know it's better than mine. So I'm scared, but I'll trust in you. We put all of that first. I mean, just because we believe in Jesus does not mean our fear is going to go away. So we still have our what ifs, but we put Jesus first. So if we put our fear in, it goes around, right? We fit more Jesus into our jar. So when God is first, your fear is not going to disappear. It's still going to exist, and it's still going to be a part of your life, but it has a place. It doesn't take over the whole jar. Our goal is to not live a life without fear, but our goal is to make sure that fear is not the loudest voice in our life. We have to put God's voice first. Oops. Wasn't me. Corey put that sand there. Anyways, okay. So, because Jairus was present, he was with Jesus and he had fear the entire time. Even after hearing the worst news of his life, Jairus kept walking with Jesus. He didn't run away and he didn't give up. He stayed. And when they got there, Jesus still raised his daughter. It was never too late. It was never on Jairus' timeline. It was on Jesus's. Your fear is going to tell you that it's over. Like, there's no hope. It's too far gone. And Jesus is going to tell you, I'm not done. Jairus still felt fear. I still feel fear. You're still going to feel fear. But I have some rules that we can think back to when we feel fear on how we can put God first. So, number 1, catch the what if and replace it with God's truth. When a what if thought hits, don't sit here and let it spiral. Call it out. Recognize it. See what it is. It's fear speaking impossibilities, and we're going to replace it with what God has said. So, what if something goes wrong? God is in control, and he's with me no matter what, guys. What if I lose them? God is in control, and he's with me no matter what. He's still with us through our fear. It's about training your mind, because your fear is going to be automatic. We are all human, but your truth can be intentional. Number 2, keep walking with Jesus, even if it feels too late. Jairus didn't leave when things got worse. He stayed with Jesus. I mean, guys, his daughter was dying, and the first thing he thought was I'm going to go find Jesus. I need Jesus. So when life feels delayed or confusing, or it feels like it's not on your timeline, so it's already falling apart, stay with Jesus. Do not pull away from God. That is the moment you have to stay the closest. Still praying when you don't feel like it. Still showing up to church or youth. Still choosing to trust even when your emotions are loud. I mean, Haley gave me some really good words of advice one time. She was like, Chloe, if you feel upset, you don't have to run away from God. You can turn on some worship music and say, I'm turning this on and I'm not liking it right now, but I'm doing it. I don't feel like it right now, but I'm doing it. Your faith isn't proven when everything is good. Your faith is proven when everything feels like it's going wrong. Number 3, put God first daily so it doesn't take over. Our jars are not going to fill all at once with God. They're going to fill little by little, and we have to keep filling them. So put God first. That's not a one-time decision. It's daily. Start your day praying. Start your day with a few Bible verses, if that's what it takes. Start your day with worship for a few minutes. Stop starting your day by grabbing your phone and getting on and doom scrolling and seeing all the terrible things going on in the world right now, because that is not helping your fear. That is not helping at all. Getting onto social media and seeing, well, this girl's prettier than me, I feel like, or, oh my gosh, something terrible just happened across the world. No, that is not what you need to be fueling your day with. You're starting your day with fear. You need to start your day with Jesus. Fear does not need to lead you. It does not have to lead you. So maybe tonight your question is, are you trusting your fear or are you trusting Jesus? Because your fear is talking impossibilities, but your God is talking in promises. And at some point you have to decide which voice you are going to follow. So stop trusting your timing, stop trusting your fear, and start trusting God. Let's pray. Dear Lord, I just pray that you help us trust you instead of trust our fear. I pray that you help your voice be louder than the fear in our heads and the voice in our heads. Just lead us to you. Help these kids just go towards you instead of going towards their fear. I pray that we have a productive small group time and that we just get to focus on you. In Jesus Christ's name I pray.